All right. So, Lalith, today I want to talk about energy storage and the Briggs and Stratton range of batteries that they use in energy storage. One of the types of batteries they have is the PHI and AMPLIPHI, which is made by Simplify, right? Which is part of Briggs and Stratton. And they've been well known in the market. They've been in the market with the lithium ferrophosphate, LFP technology for some time, which is very safe, very resistant to heat. And they've also known for their long life and cycles to last over 10 years. So, but I wanted to talk today about the various configurations they have. And so we have the PHI model and the AMPLIPHI model, which in both cases are 3.8 kilowatt hours.
Right.
So what I wanted to ask you about today is what are the main differences between the two batteries?
Okay. So, like I said, both batteries are 3.8 kilowatt hours, but the main difference is in the battery management system, or the BMS of the batteries. Yes.
So they both have BMSs?
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
They both have BMSs. The PHI battery has more simpler BMS that looks after the cells of that battery module itself. So just as a background, each of these batteries have a lot of small battery cells, LFP cells, in series and in parallel to get the 51 volts and 3.8 kilowatt hours. So the PHI BMS looks after the individual cells in that battery. It measures the voltage to make sure that the cells are balanced and the safety of that individual battery. The AMPLIPHI battery has a more advanced BMS and more sensors, so it measures temperature as well as cell voltage, and therefore it can actually, you can optimize the usage of the power on that battery, and also it communicates with other batteries that you have in parallel, plus an inverter that is compatible for closed loop communications.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, the PHI battery, the BMS, is really just working as a protection for the individual battery.
That's right.
In the case of the AMPLIPHI battery, it's doing a lot more.
That's right.
It's talking to other batteries, it's talking to inverters, and optimizing itself for better performance.
Better performance and providing information to the inverter, such as state of charge, the battery voltages, the exact battery voltage, and the charge and discharge rates that battery is capable of giving out based on the temperatures and all the other conditions of the battery.
So in that being the case, where would you recommend using the PHI battery system and where versus an AMPLIPHI battery?
Right. So the PHI batteries are great for replacing lead acid batteries on older or newer solar plus storage systems. Where let's say, for example, the lead acid batteries in the past, they've used 24 volt systems for the battery backup. So the PHI battery, it's one of the few premium brand LFP battery manufacturers that have 24 volt batteries. So and they also have the 48 volts. That's great for, like I said, just taking out some lead acid batteries and some replacing them with.
So if you're looking to upgrade an older system that you might have bought before that had the lead acid batteries,
yes, that's
and the inverters do not communicate anyways.
Exactly.
You would basically replace the lead acid with the PHI battery system.
PHI batteries. That's perfect, and it's also like, since it just looks after its own battery, so it's protected against fires and any over discharging. But at the same time, it can work with basically any inverter out there that is 48 volts or 24 volts, because it doesn't need to communicate
Yes.
with the
Okay.
inverter.
So in that case, then, so it's clear that this is a perfect, and I understand that the design of these batteries, that's why they are designed that way. To make it
Exactly.
easy to fit in the racks or the frames that where you would have lead acid.
Lead acid, exactly. And also,
Right.
like, I mean, these the energy density of these batteries is so much higher.
Yeah.
So it takes like a quarter of the space of a
Mhm.
lead acid battery system.
Okay.
So if, for example, a customer is replacing a 10 kilowatt hour battery bank,
Mhm.
instead of using like probably about 4 cubic
Yeah.
feet of space, you'll probably use like 1 cubic feet.
Okay. So they could actually increase the amount of storage they have in the same space.
Definitely,
So if
yes.
they were looking to upgrade.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So on the amplifiers, I would recommend these for more like for inverters that have communications,
Yes.
like the Solarc
Uh-huh.
or the Simplify inverter,
Uh-huh.
where they have closed loop communications with the battery.
Okay.
So thereby, like I said before, they can the battery will communicate the precise state of charge, the precise voltage of the batteries, the charge and discharge rates that it's capable of, so that the inverter adjusts its settings automatically.
Okay.
Whereas on the PHI batteries, you would need to set up those parameters manually on
Okay.
the inverter.
Okay.
Another sort of application for the amplify batteries is in situations where a customer would not need a lot of energy, but they would need a high burst of power
Okay.
for a short duration. I was actually working on another project today where they needed like 10 kilowatts for 5 minutes
Okay.
of power. So these can actually give, like each battery can give 5.1 kilowatts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So in that application, you could use 2 of these batteries instead of using 3 of the
Okay.
5 batteries.
So if you have any short, high demand applications, that it's better to go with the amplify.
With amplify, yes.
Because because it optimizes its performance. You'll know that the battery won't get damaged, and you'll get the results you need.
Exactly, and with the advanced BMS, it can push the system a little harder because it has the sensors to make sure that everything is okay. The additional sensors.
And I imagine also anytime you have you might want to optimize the loads for generators and hybrid systems. This would be a better option because you can starting capabilities
definitely
are much better.
Are much better, and then in such like rigorous applications where you have multiple cycles per day, getting the precise state of charge from the batteries makes the system more efficient.
Okay.
So for those applications, definitely.
Well, thank you very much, Lalith. That's very good information in case anybody's looking to make a decision about what system is best for them.
Right.
Whether it's to go with a amplify or a PHI battery system.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.